Classrooms are chaotic at times. Students shouting over one another, student shouting over the teacher trying to teach, everyone off task, nobody listening. Imagine a service that will help teachers better manage their classrooms more effectively and improve student learning. Students need a controlled environment to learn the best. Jennifer can attest to the credibility of this due to being a registered behavior technician and using ABA therapy herself. Teachers need to learn ABA principles to improve overall morale in their classrooms and boost productivity. Our company can help teachers with this. Our company will provide you with all the tools to take your classroom from chaos to peace. Why are you waiting another day? Do you want to dread going to school tomorrow? Administrators, do you want to have another turnover in teachers again this year? If this applies to you, let us help. Now, let's allow Kate to explain to you why we believe you need to incorporate ABA therapies in your classroom.
Thanks, Jada. My name is Kate East, and you may be wondering, why is this company important? Who could possibly need it? How is it prevalent in today's society? Well, let me start off by saying all around the world, teachers are struggling to understand how the behavior of their children work, thus resulting in a very chaotic learning environment. Many teachers do not even understand how children's behavior works, thus resulting in a hindrance for the child's learning. Not understanding how a child's behavior works and how to handle it could result in a safety issue for the teacher and for the other children in the classroom. For example, autism spectrum disorder, also known as ASD, significantly impacts children's social interaction and communication. Studies indicate that individuals with ASD often lack the emotional insight needed for effective emotional regulation, which leads to inappropriate emotional responses. 1 in 31 children in the US have autism, and 1 in 41 adults in the US have autism. ABA is said to reduce the symptoms of ASD. Surely you now understand why this is truly something that would benefit you. However, you are probably questioning, how can I incorporate this into a classroom? Jennifer, will you please explain to everyone how we can help them fulfill this need?
My name is Jennifer Kachua, and as a registered behavior technician, I can tell you firsthand that I know that when ABA principles are applied appropriately, it makes a huge difference in behaviors. And just as Cultivate Behavior, Health, and Education stated in a 2025 article, this is a powerful resource, not just for kids with autism, but for all learners who benefit from structured, individualized support. And that's just what my company wants to bring you. We want to bring you support. So at ABA Angels, we're offering an in-person and virtual course that consists of 2 one-hour sessions where we're going to provide you with specific techniques. We're going to talk about positive reinforcement, task analysis, prompting and fading, and functional behavioral assessments. And we're even going to give you visual supports, things to be able to put around your classroom to utilize to really drive home this idea. We also recognize that as teachers and educators, you have a lot on your plate. And this just seems like one more thing you have to do. However, we fully believe that if you utilize these things and these strategies that we're trying to bring to you, you will eliminate one of the biggest things that educators struggle with, and that is behavior problems. But just as Rome was not built in a day, this is something that you'll have to utilize on a daily and routinely basis to see a difference. However, for now, I'm going to turn it over to Kate. Kate, will you please help us visualize what it's like to have a classroom with ABA versus not having ABA?
ABA principles, students will be able to replace inappropriate behavior with ones that are a lot more helpful. It will help increase language and communication skills, and will also improve focus, memory, social skills, and even academics. I'm going to tell you about 2 situations, one with ABA principles and one without. The first situation would be without ABA principles. There are 3 steps to ABA teaching, one being the antecedent, the behavior, and the consequence. In our first situation without ABA principles, the antecedent is the teacher telling the students it's time to clean up their toys. The behavior is the children yell no. The consequence is the teacher takes away the toys and says, okay, toys are done. In the second situation with ABA principles, the antecedent is when the teacher says, okay, it's time to clean up toys. The behavior, the student is reminded to ask, can I have 5 more minutes, please? The consequence, the teacher says, of course you can have 5 more minutes. Students will no longer be a potential safety risk to themselves or for their classmates or for their teacher. There will be less emotional outbursts from the students, which will result in a more controlled learning environment for the students and a more controlled teaching environment for the teacher. Students will be able to communicate more efficiently in the classroom, which will result in a more comfortable environment for everybody in the class. Jada, will you emphasize once more for us the takeaways from this speech?
Following ABA principles will improve learning and overall behavior for individuals with autism or other developmental disabilities. An article about ABA principles explains that numerous studies done on ABA therapy shows that it significantly improves outcomes for many individuals with autism. Anyone in school to become a teacher or already a teacher should truly consider our company. Teaching can be difficult, but it is all about the kids learning. Our program is designed to help teachers in difficult classrooms and make good classrooms even better. It is important that we have support while trying to change the everyday lives of students and teachers. School can be hard for teachers, but it is also hard for students. As citizens of the community, we should all strive to make schools the best place for teachers and students. Our training program can absolutely make that happen. Classrooms are truly hectic, but we are offering a way to help. Instead of waiting or brushing this off, use our training program to benefit not only the teachers, but the students as well.